Hey, Chip Hassan here again with another film review for you. Today I'll be talking about the third installment of the X-Men series, X-Men 3, The Last Stand. Let's begin. X-Men 3 starts off with this little kid who like a wings on it, like blood everywhere, on the floor trying to cut himself or whatever. He doesn't want it or whatever, and then his dad comes in and like, oh, what did you do? Whatever. It finds out that kid's actually a mutant. And then it flashes back to a few years ago, kind of thing, when basically Professor Xavier and Magneto, they're walking and talking together, and somehow Professor Xavier is able to walk, and I don't know how, but he is. And I'll explain what I mean when, not next week, but the week after, 2 weeks video. I'll explain one of the videos. I'll explain it. So then what happens is they go to this person's house, it's a mutant's house. They find out that mutant is quite powerful, and they find out it's a girl, and that girl, guess who it is? None other than Jean Grey. Yeah, that's right. But then it flashes forward to the present time where basically all the rest of the X-Men are basically working together, a simulator basically, except for Scott, he's still thinking about Jean. And then the thing doesn't work out, the teamwork thing, because they're not in sync. So then what happens is, basically, Scott, after training, Scott, he thinks that Jean's alive, so he tries to look for her. So what happens is, he finds that she's alive, but she kills him. And as the audience, we basically find out that that Phoenix thing that was in the last film, the second film at the end, that was trying to rise up, that's actually her. So, also Magneto's gathering loads of people, and Pedro, he's still Pedro, whatever his name was, he worked, fire guy, I'm gonna say, he's still working with Magneto and gathering loads of people, and they're also trying to look for basically they break into this truck thing to release Mystique, who's actually in there. Also releasing other people, and one of them being Juggernaut, and this other guy who's can multiply himself like that basically. But then this guy who's a officer, he shoots this needle thing, but Mystique gets in the way. It's kind of like this injection thing, except that injection thing, whatever it is, it turns mutants into humans. And then Magneto and everyone else, they basically go. And at the same time as well, Wolverine and Storm, they look for Scott, but only find this mist thing with Scott's glasses floating, and they find that he's dead. But the good thing is for them that they found Jean, so find that she's actually alive. It's good. So what happens is then they take her back to the Institute, but then she escapes to somewhere no one knows where, but then they find out that she escaped to her old house where we saw in that flashback. Also then Magneto, his brother, they're guarding it, but then because only Magneto and Professor Xavier, they go in, try to talk to her, but it doesn't work out. So what happens is then, as Wolverine does, couldn't wait any longer, so he charges in, and there's a war, and then Storm goes in as well, and everyone's fighting. But then Jean powers are too powerful because the Phoenix thing. It then kills Professor Xavier. So what happens is then Wolverine tries to look for Jean because she's gone with basically gone to she's basically gone with Magneto and Brotherhood. So what happens is then they go, and basically Wolverine goes to the woods, but then finds that she's with Magneto. And then what happens is then there's also the Beast, also I forgot to mention, he goes back to the Institute because Beast is quite literally a blue hairy guy who's got feet for hands, or hands for feet basically. Basically that are basically his feet as well. So basically goes to the Institute to talk about that needle thing. Also, Rogue's jealous because this girl called Kitty, who can go through solid objects. Basically, Rogue thinks that Kitty and Bobby are like basically, like there's a thing going on, and she's jealous, so she goes. And then Wolverine basically goes after her or whatever, and she basically comes back. And then what happens is there's this guy who also basically this kid who's basically if you touch him you're a mutant, turn you human. It's basically like mental institute kind of thing, if you get what I mean. And then what happens is basically then there's a war thing, them trying to get that kid as well and stuff. Also before that the institute has to be shut down for some reason, I can't remember why. That kid who we saw at the beginning with the wings is obviously an adult now. He's got angel wings. His name's Angel, so he escapes because he doesn't get experimented on. So he goes to the institute, but finds basically that it's basically shut down. But then Storm's like, no, we're going to keep it open. Basically keep it open. And then there's a war thing trying to get that kid. Everyone, Xmen, the Brotherhood. But then Jean, she dies. It's just a weapon thing. But Wolverine basically tries to stop her. But then, because he's got a healing factor, adamantium power thing because of that. So then basically Jean dies, and at the end, everyone at the institute is having like a funeral for him. Not just for Jean, sorry, but also Professor Xavier and Scott, all three of them. And then we see at the end that that angel guy is flying in the air, but also having Magneto using his powers that move a chess piece, and then the film ends. Alright, now what I like about this film is that basically, even though it's got some of the people, like some X-Men, but it's good because it proves that even though they're not used to working with each other, it proves that it'll have to basically not really make them, but have to learn to work together. Also, it's good that they've also got how Jean's origin sort of thing, like how she's got the Phoenix power, and that why it's dangerous. So, and then also I like how they've basically introduced that angel guy, like how he's got the wings. Also, it's basically good to see Juggernaut, who's, even though he's a bad guy, it's quite funny though. He's like, I am the Juggernaut. It's funny though. And then especially that bit when Kitty, obviously like I said, you go for solid objects, she goes to stop Juggernaut from smashing it, walls, and that basically to get to that kid. And it's funny how the way that they're doing it stuff as well, so I like that. But what I didn't like about this film was how they had Magneto and the Brotherhood, basically loads of them, even some of them specifically we haven't seen before in the actually in the films introduced and working with them. Also, I didn't like how they killed off Professor Xavier this film. Plus, I think they could have done more with him, plus Scott as well, so killing him. And also having, instead of Jean dying, having the X-Men actually curing her, having the Phoenix stay inside Jean, but in a box or whatever, basically sealing it forever. Also, I didn't like how obviously they had basically the Beast only not really too much in this film. I'd love to have seen him. But also I'd love to also see from the second film, for his name now, Nightcrawler, yeah, having him plus the Angel guy, them two actually becoming X-Men and actually working together, whatever. But what can you do? Anyway, my overall review for this film, I'll give it 8 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching. Remember, leave your comments below on what next film I should review. Remember, as well, tune in next week and I'll be reviewing the 4th installment of the X-Men series, X-Men Origins Wolverine. That's all for now. It's Hassan signing out. Bye.